for his night. "No thanks." He pulled away from the kid, scanning the cavernous space for signs of the private party room his friends had promised. And, oh, holy hell, knowing in the abstract that this place had go-go dancers was a far cry from actually seeing said dancers dispersed through the place on platforms and in cages, and even on something resembling a trapeze. Gleaming bronze skin and tiny shorts everywhere he looked. Fuck the private room. I need a soda. Something to relieve his suddenly parched throat. He turned toward the main bar area and ran smack into one of the elevated dancers' platforms. 2 platforms flanked the opening of the club, directing the stream of traffic toward the bar, sort of like how a different sort of place might have large statues. Only instead of works of stone or ice, this piece of art in front of Michelin was all man. And what a specimen he was. The dancer probably wasn't much older than the kids waiting to get into the club, but there was nothing juvenile about his tall, ripped body, or that juicy bubble butt that he worked to perfection the way Michelin's guitar player did a solo, each muscle working in concert with the other, each wiggle carefully choreographed for maximum appeal. Said butt was encased in a pair of shorts, or at least Michelin guessed that one would call them shorts. They were longer than underwear, but not by much, and made of clingy, silky red material. The stitching did things to the guy's package that shouldn't be legal. Those muscular legs and that smooth, oiled chest also needed outlawing. The dancer had completed his look with thick, chunky combat boots, sunglasses, and a necklace with a medal on it. The boots and sunglasses upped the hotness factor to supernova, giving him an untouchable appeal that made it no surprise that he had a fair-sized crowd around his platform. Right as Michelin completed his muscle-by-muscle catalog of the guy, the dancer's glasses slipped, revealing chocolatey eyes. His eyebrows went up, and the message he sent Michelin was unmistakable. "You gonna stay there all night?" Oh, fuck. Michelin was blocking the line of traffic, and more important, blocking access to the platform for the patrons who wanted to slip tips in the guy's waistband. Should he? He shoved a hand in his pocket, considering. Did he dare risk touching a piece of that gleaming skin? The lights reflecting off the dancer's body totally made Michelin think of caramel dripping off flan. Rich golden tones only enhanced by the contrast of the shiny black combat boots and his closely cropped black hair. What the fuck was the protocol in a situation like this? "Hi, I'm sorry I've been eye-fucking you for the last 10 minutes. Here's a 5. He'd never been to a straight strip club either. Hell, he avoided most bars like the plague. And eye-fucking? He never ogled. And not just because it could be disastrous to his career. Most of the time, he simply felt oblivious. But something about the dancer perked up parts of Michelin that usually stayed dormant. 2 people shoved around him to stuff money in the dancer's shorts, their arms trapping Michelin briefly in place. Coming here had been a giant mistake, just as Gloria had warned him.
"You can't go to that party. Gossip is already high about you mentoring 2 gay groups."
"They're not gay groups. They just happen to have gay members," Michelin said wearily, already tired of this latest publicist the label had shoved at him.
"Whatever."
Gloria flipped her bony wrist.
"They're a risk you can't take right now."
"It's no big deal. There will be straight people at the party." Michelin didn't bother with the other straight people pretext. Gloria knew the drill. There's no risk in celebrating a friend's birthday. Except now, looking at the dancer, Michelin knew how wrong he'd been. This place was risk personified, and that dance